everyone, I'm Mind, and this is set number 71784, Jay's Lightning Jet EVO from the LEGO Ninjago theme. This set contains 146 pieces, 1 minifigure, and retails for $9.99 in the US. So here's the build of Jay's Lightning Jet EVO, and just like Kai's Race Car EVO, which I reviewed yesterday, I was thoroughly surprised by this build. While Kai's Race Car was just impressed by the quality of the build, and like the playability of the build, this one, the play features are about what I expect. In fact, there's actually not that many. However, what impressed me about this is the sheer size. This set is absolutely massive for $10. Like, I don't think the box art truly shows off the scale of this thing, but no, this is a full-fledged build. It doesn't feel like a small little baby set. Like, if this set had one more minifigure and they charged $20 for it, I honestly wouldn't really have questioned it when it came out of the box. Because, yeah, they use a lot of big pieces here, and a lot of pieces in general. So I'm just thoroughly impressed by the absolute scale of this. So there you go, holding it in my hand like that, I guess that can give you somewhat of a sense of the scale. But it is just really, really big for the price, which I'm very happy to see. But now, taking a look at it up a little bit closer, the design of this build is very similar to Jay's Stormfighter that we've gotten in the past. It's a little bit different, such as using the bright yellow color here, but it does take a lot of elements from the previous Jay Stormfighter sets. You can see there's 2 golden katanas at the front, which are of course just used for detailing, but they're just connected on clips, so if you want to remove them, you can use them for weapons for Jay if you wanted to. There's this triangular windshield piece right here, which does not go all the way down, so the cockpit area is actually quite open. That's a very unique design choice. I think I would have preferred that closed up all the way, but I still think it's fine as it is. And of course, there's a seat in here for Jay to sit down. You can just lay him back in there like that, close this back up around him, and there's how it looks actually piloting the jet. Now, even though you only get 1 minifigure in this set, you can very easily fit 2 in this cockpit, which is impressive because I don't believe you can even do that on the bigger Stormfighters. Now, that does like restrict the windshield a little bit, it can't go all the way down, but even still, I think that's actually very cool to see. I love how that option's there. Of course, you only get 1 minifigure in this set, so this Lloyd minifigure that I'm using does not come in this set. He's just from another set, and I wanted to use him as an example here. But yeah, I think that cockpit area overall is very solid. I really like how they did these like blue and golden engines with like the flag pieces on the top and bottom. Just gives them a really unique shape. The Master of the Mountain armor piece creates a nice transition from the front of the plane into the back. And I actually really like the way these wings are done. They're both put at like this angle, but the build's done in this really unique way where there's very little gap there to create that angle. There is a little bit of one, but it is hardly noticeable unless you're really looking for it. But yeah, it just creates a nice shape to those wings, which reminds me again of the original Stormfighter. However, the Stormfighter had a transformation feature where the wings opened up. This is more of a permanent transformation where the wings are always sort of like this, which I think is a nice difference between this and the Stormfighter, and helps make this feel more unique. Because yeah, that angle is something you don't see too often in LEGO, but it's just done so well. This set also comes with 2 printed pieces, which was surprising. It's just like this mechanical design with Jay's logo on it. I was surprised to see that because like the Kai car, which is also $10, used stickers, not prints. But no, these are prints, the same kind you'd see in like a 4+ set, which I actually think is very cool to see. Then you have these giant golden blades out the back, of course 1 on each side, and then a tail piece at the very back of the plane as well as an exhaust. I think this very end part could look a little bit better, but it's not a huge deal, and I think it looks fine. And of course, it's LEGO, you can always customize it. For everything else you get here, I can't criticize that too much, but it's probably definitely my least favorite part of the build. Oh, one more thing I forgot to mention, the sides of the plane also have stud shooters. So of course, just like with all other stud shooters, you push down, stud shoots out. Instead of studs, it's trans orange tiles in this set, and you can see there's 1 of those on each side. Now, that's almost everything I have to show you for this build. However, this set is a Ninjago EVO set, meaning it does have an evolution aspect to it. This is the set in its fully evolved form, but if you want to see it in its base form, it's not too much of a change. To revert it back to its base form, you just remove the golden blades out the back, the stud shooters on the sides, as well as this bright yellow plate above them. And finally, take the tail from the back, remove that actual golden tail piece, and then like reattach the thruster, and there you go, that's it. That is the unevolved plane. I can't criticize this too much because of course it's the incomplete version of the set, but yeah, this is just uglier. It looks best when it's all put together, so I don't see much point in the transformation, but I guess it just gives you another play option if you want. But yeah, those studs on the side do look really ugly without anything on them. But that's about all I have to show you for the build, at least for now. So now I'll take a look at the 1 minifigure that comes in the set, and then I'll give you my overall thoughts. So here's the one and only minifigure in this set. We have Core J, and just like with the rest of the Core minifigures and all of my other reviews, I've reviewed this guy many times before on the channel. However, I actually quite like this J suit. I actually think Core J is probably one of my favorite Core suits. I just think the bright yellow used on him is super unique. It fits like the element of lightning perfectly, but it's a color we don't see Jay use all too often, so I'm happy to see that they do use it on the Core suit, and I actually think it fits in pretty well here. The sand blue pants are an interesting color choice. I don't know how I feel about them. I think they're okay, and at the very least they're unique, but it is just a stark contrast from the color of the torso, and I don't like how the one arm is completely just a solid blue, but that can very easily be customized if you wanted to. But yeah, I think this is all around a very solid figure. A quite common figure, so he's not like super excited to get here. But in terms of just the quality of the figure, I would say it's pretty good. Now, I do believe this is now the cheapest way to get this figure, because previously the cheapest way to get him was $20. So if you didn't have this figure yet and you really wanted a way to get him for cheap, I guess this is a fine way to do it. But if you already have some Ninjago core sets, you probably already have quite a few of this guy. And taking his mask off, there you can see his full face print, and then turning around, there's his alternate face as well as his back torso print, where he's just got like this bright yellow lightning design. Yeah, I think this is a good figure, just a very, very common one. But of course, it makes sense for him to be included in this set. Would have been nice if this set came with a villain minifigure as well, but considering the size of this set and the fact that it's only $10 and there's so many pieces included, unlike the Kai car, which I felt like really could have used a villain minifigure, I understand why there isn't one here, because this set definitely feels like they stretched the set budget to its limits. However, of course, a villain minifigure being included would have helped make this set a little bit more desirable. So what are my overall thoughts on this set? I think this build is actually really good, in fact, way better than it has any right being. It is huge for a $10 set. Maybe I've just gotten used to like overpriced LEGO sets, but no, the scale of this thing's pretty impressive, so the fact that it's only $10 is really nice to see. So overall, would I recommend it? I mean, if you have an extra $10 in your budget, I'd recommend you pick it up. Of course, the weakest part of the set is definitely the minifigure selection, so just like with the Kai's Race Car EVO, if you're trying to optimize your budget and trying to get like as many characters as possible, this is a very easy set to pass up on because there's nothing all too exclusive here. But if you're looking for like a cool build that's a great value for your money, this is a great set to check out because it's big, really well made, and I also think fun to play with. I will say I think Kai's Race Car EVO is a better toy, while this one is a better display piece, but I think both are very solid in their own right, and for only $10, yeah, I'd recommend that you check it out. But of course, those are just my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think of this set in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please press like, subscribe to the channel if you're new. I do LEGO and Ninjago videos just like this one almost every day, so if you subscribe, be the first to see them. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!